There are people out there saying it. If you do 42.3 minutes of treadmill at 7.2 speed and 4.9 incline, you will reduce 3% of your body fat in a day. And you're like, what the hell? Simon Miller, the bald asshole here. Kind of hilariously, I'm getting bald asshole t-shirts made at the moment. How anyone's ever going to wear that and justify it, I don't know. But look, that's what people in the comments were saying. It's such a bald asshole. So I took that word and I made it my own. We don't need to talk about it. Also, this could be the second time I've done this video. Hands up if you forgot to hit record. Oh yeah, my hand is still up. Now it won't be as good because I was in a roll last time. I was in a flow. Anyway, look, here's the deal. We've talked about cardio before, but be it on my Twitter at Simon316 or my Instagram, and this is the major one at Simon316, cheap plug. I went through all my DMs. I totally forget that you can get random DMs on Instagram. And every other one, and I massively respect you getting in touch, and thank you, I appreciate it. And what cardio should I do for fat loss? How do I lose weight? How do we do this? So I was like, look, there's something in my life that happened recently, which I really think doubles down on my biggest piece of advice so I can talk about it, but also there seems to be a demand, so let's jump into it. And we will talk about different forms of cardio, but I want to start talking about fasted. There is loads of studies out there that absolutely 100% say fasted cardio has no benefit when you're trying to burn fat than doing non-fasted cardio. And you can go out there and you can hear dozens of people talk about this, and I completely agree. And when I was trying to sort of shake up my program recently, I was watching a lot of videos and I was like, well, I do fasted cardio because it's better for my day and the way that I work. But I was like, I'm looking to try and get that extra 1-2% here and there. Maybe I should try non-fasted cardio for a while. So a couple of months ago, that's what I did. And I doubled down on it. I was like, for at least 8 weeks, I ain't going to do any fasted cardio. I'm just going to do non-fasted cardio. And after around 3 weeks, I was like, I feel like I'm putting bad weight on. I don't feel like I'm as productive throughout the day. And I feel weaker when I'm doing weights. And it could have been psychosomatic. It could have been my brain because I've made a big change. And, maybe subconsciously I was worrying about it. But then when I got to the end of the 6-week period, I was like, no, I don't think this is for me. So I switched back. It's been around about 10 days now to doing fasted cardio. So I get up, I have a cup of coffee because caffeine is good for fat loss. I mean, minutely, but it is. And it will speed up your metabolism. And it just gives you a kick before you do fasted cardio in the morning because it is hard. And I'm not kidding you. In that time, I feel, again, more productive, more motivated. My weights have been better in the evening. Well, it's because they can been training my stupid house. And I kind of feel like I've gone back to where I need to be. And I feel like I'm progressing. And I found this kind of fascinating to me because, again, you can go watch awesome YouTubers. We've talked about them all week, like Greg Doucette and Athlean X, that I'm sure can pull out pieces of paper that go, this is from the Museum of Science. I don't know what that is. The MOS, the Museum of Science, and it 100% states that, fasted cardio has no benefit and you shouldn't do it. And you know what? You shouldn't. However, you also should, because again, this is my number one piece of fitness that I always want to ram down people's throats. And I get it, right? Because I do the same. You're obviously going to be influenced by the people that you watch on YouTube if you're canvassing them to get fitness advice. I do it. If you're watching this right now and you think I know what I'm talking about, which I appreciate, and if you don't, that's cool too. I know what a dick I am. Burn me in the ground. You'll listen to my stuff and you'll try it out. But ultimately, it is down to what works for you. Because this scientific study that was done, unless you were part of it and you forgot, you didn't get involved. So your body may operate completely differently because every single body on this planet, even though we are humans and we have this defining thread, is completely different from the next. So if you are doing non-fasted cardio and you feel like you've hit a wall or you feel like you hit a plateau, try fasted cardio. Just try it. Make sure, don't rush it. Don't do it for 2 days and go, it doesn't work, and throw your toys out the pram, and then, unless you've got a kid, be like, why the hell is a pram here? Give it time, see how your body adapts, and do not be afraid to try the other way. Do not think that there is one answer to getting in shape, be that putting on mass, putting on strength, or losing fat, or losing weight, or getting abs, or whatever the hell your goal is going to be. And honestly, I swear to you, this has happened to me over the last few months while I've tried to shake things up. Fasted cardio is just is. It's better for me. And, maybe there'll be some people out there going, Simon, you're sacrificing muscle. Maybe I am, but I feel better, and I feel like I look better. And really, those two things are more important than what anybody else will say or what the scale says. If you look in the mirror and you give yourself 2 thumbs up, you've won, like the Fonz. Hey.
5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock.
So it's just trial and error. It's a bit like Monkey Island. Remember those point and click games on PC? It's like Monkey Island. You do a puzzle and you fail and you try again. You do another puzzle, you fail, you try again. Trial and error, trial and error.
It's El Pollo Diablo. Kill him.
Just find what works for you. And when you are going out there getting all this information, just get it all. Get it all. So we'll start right here. Fasted cardio versus non-fasted cardio. You know what that means. Do you do your cardio once you've eaten, or do you do your cardio before you've eaten? And again, there's scientific studies that say if you do it with nothing in you, you'll tap into your fat stores, and there are other ones saying that will make no difference, and you're risking losing muscle. I can't think of the word because my brain always does this to me. Going catabolic, basically, and your body will use muscle for energy. And then we move into something that I'm a little bit more strict on, but please, take what I've just said and apply it to you, which is steady state cardio versus HIIT cardio. And in case you don't know, the clues are in the names. The steady state cardio just means that you do cardio for a prolonged period at a steady state. You should be breathing quite heavily and maybe sweating a little bit, but be able to have a conversation. But you do that for around 30, 45 minutes, an hour. You figure out what works for you and how much you want to do throughout the week. And HIIT is obviously high intensity interval training. So I like the cross trainer, right? Because the cross trainer is low impact on my joints, and I have crappy joints because I decided to go and wrestle, and I'm old. And someone told me in this comments the other day, you're so old. Like, dude, I'm mid-30s. Not even that. It's like, why are you getting so mad? Anyway, it doesn't matter. But that's what I like to do. So if I was going to do HIIT cross trainer, what it means is for 1 minute, you go all out as hard as you can, and then for another minute, you go at a pace, but you back right off. You get comfortable with it. And if you're doing HIIT training, they say you can do, say, 15 to 20 minutes, maybe even less depending on what you're doing. But because you are so intense for that 60 seconds of intensity, you can burn off fat. Now, here's my problem with it. 2 reasons. One, when you actually look into this, the intensity that you need to do is 100% of your effort, right? So even if you're going at 98%, it's not enough. You have to be giving it everything you've got to the point you feel like you're going to collapse, and then you take that next minute to recover. Now, I'm not ashamed to say that if I was doing HIIT cardio, I wouldn't be hitting that 100% level. I just wouldn't be getting there. Not that I don't want to, but it's just really hard to do it. Like, it just really is. You have to be completely locked in and zoned in. So even if you are able to do it every here and there, I don't think you'll be doing it all the time. So in that sense, a lot of people think HIIT cardio is this, doing cross trainer, and your minute comes and you go twice as fast. No, it's like 20 times as fast. No, everything you've got has to be given into you. And I also, because I did try HIIT cardio for a while, I do think you run the risk of, I think because you are being so, again, intense is the only word I can think of, you may go a little bit catabolic, because I just think you stress your system out so much, your cortisol levels will rise as opposed to steady state, that it may affect your muscles, but again, it may not. And that's just why I prefer steady state. And I understand that it sucks. Like, who wants to get on we talked about it. Who wants to get a cross trainer and do this for 45 minutes to an hour? But I quite like it. There's things you can do. You can do a little bit of work. You can do a bit of emails. You need to make sure you're pushing. You need to be intense. You don't want to do half-arse it. Not intense like high intensity training, but you want to make sure you're dialed in. But I just get into it. I find I zone off. And but there's other things you can do, right? You can go on a treadmill. I don't use a treadmill because I hate it and it hurts my knees. That's it. I can't stand doing a treadmill. In the past, when I've only had a treadmill, I'll go do some kind of like body circuit instead, because I hate the treadmill so much. But you can do that. You can go for a run outside. I'd always implore getting proper footwear. I know a lot of people think it's just marketing gone crazy, but it's not. Like, I've gone for runs before without wearing proper shoes, and your feet blister and you get shin splints. Try and avoid that if possible. But there's the stepper, there's the bike, there's the rower. I don't like rowers because I don't know, man. I think it's hard to actually burn calories on a rower. That's just my personal opinion. It's the same with the static bike, although that's different now, because if you get one of those Pelotons and all that kind of stuff, and the Swift stuff, you can have some really, really badass bike workouts. I'm talking about more the ones you get in the gym, where it's just almost impossible to get any resistance on it. But do not worry about that. I mean, you can get your cardio from doing professional wrestling. You can get your cardio from doing rock climbing, MMA. All it is burn some calories. Figure out how you can burn some calories. Figure out which one you're actually going to enjoy and is going to burn the most calories, and do that. And again, then you go into sort of the point B. Am I going to do it HIIT? Am I going to do it steady state? Am I going to do it fasted? Am I going to do it non-fasted? But obviously, it doesn't matter if you're plowing yourself with food. Abs are made in the kitchen is the old saying, and there is a lot of truth to that. But yeah, everyone says stuff like, what cardio should I do to lose fat in my waist? What cardio should I do to lose fat in my ass? It doesn't work like that. You've just got to do cardio and see how your body is going to adapt. I think we can get way too bogged down in these specific things. And I get it, there are people out there saying it. If you do 42.3 minutes of treadmill at 7.2 speed and 4.9 incline, you will reduce 3% of your body fat in a day. And you're like, what the hell? What's this maths? It's not maths. Maths is 2 + 2 = 4. Not take your arm fat and wiggle it around the place. That's nuts. That's absolutely bonkers. Keep it simple, stupid. Kiss, right? And just take all of this stuff. And I think the main thing is give it time. Like I had someone the other day saying they've been doing cardio for a week and haven't lost any weight. Now, you're probably going to lose the majority of weight when you do first start doing cardio, as long as your diet is in check too. And then eventually it will balance out a little bit. But on the flip side, maybe it takes a while for your body to get into gear. Maybe it's stubborn at first. You can have a stubborn body. It's not fun and it sucks, but it all comes down to genetics. So that is the best way, in my opinion, or what cardio you should be doing to losing weight. I know you can get annoyed because, like, Simon, you actually haven't given me any specific information, but that's because the specific information may not work for you. You need to take all the bullet points and you need to put it in a big cauldron. You need to put your witch's hat on, spin it out, and then take bits and go, okay, today I'm doing cross trainer HIIT. Do that for a month. Oh, it didn't work. Pick more out. Oh, now I'm going to do non-fasted treadmill. Oh, this one works, right? Make sure you're enjoying it. Make sure you're sticking with it. And just make sure you are filling your head with all these ideas so you can continue to evolve, you can continue to progress. Because sometimes you can do cardio for 6 months and all of a sudden your body goes, ha, I don't like it anymore. You've got to come up with something new, which doubly sucks. But be aware of it. Be aware of it, and I promise you will reach your fitness goals and you'll do it in a nice and healthy way. You'll be happy. You'll be positive. I'll be pleased because that's all I want. I just want people to feel good about their bodies and their overall health. That's the end. I shouldn't have done that. And there you go, just some notes about cardio. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to my channel. I'd appreciate it. Hit the bell so you can keep up to date. Go to Patreon, patreon.com/SimonMiller316. But if you're watching this on Saturday, have a great weekend and I'll see you soon.